It's week number 2 of Feeding Farmers in the Field, and we're back in the barn, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get to field later on. Joining me is our week 2 winner, Tim Recker. Tim, nice to have you with us. We're in Putnam County. First of all, give us a quick look. How do things look out on the farm today?
We're very pleased with the yields and stuff we're getting. Everything's coming off pretty decent. I was a little worried earlier with all the moisture, but as it turned out, we're having some pretty good drying days, and stuff's working out real good right now.
Back up to spring, how did things get in this area?
It was late getting it in. We had a little wet at the beginning of the season, and as I'd say middle of May, it started to dry out and finished up right at the end of May, and just went to town from there all the way through. Just everything cooperated for us. Worked good.
Let's take it through the commodities. How's hay season been?
Hay season's been real tough. That they're trying to get dry hay was almost impossible to get decent quality hay, but we got it made dry, but it wasn't real good quality until, well, we got some made Monday night, and that there was probably the best we made yet this year.
A lot of straw around here. How many acres of straw do you custom harvest?
We normally do right around 2,000. Our big year, I think we did 3,000 that year, and on average right around close to 2,000 acres of straw.
And it's not all just next door.
No, we go anywhere from Findlay over to Defiance, and then anywhere in between to Bale.
And when there's not hay and straw, there's corn and beans and cattle. Tell us about those.
Well, right now, me and my son-in-law, we're feeding out right around 180 head of cattle, and they're doing good, and then our regular crops beside that.
And corn and beans at this point, you've been into some beans, but not any corn yet.
No, only corn I've taken off is for silage for the cattle, and the beans, I just got good and started into it this week because I've been doing a lot of other stuff, kind of don't know which way to turn, and the yields are doing great on the beans. I'm tickled to death on how that's turning out right now.
And you even took time away from delayed bean harvest to help some friends haul tomatoes. It's that kind of community.
Yeah, that's the kind of community. Everybody helps each other out and stuff, and they need help getting tomatoes trucked because they're having such a good year, and we're getting that done too all at the same time. So
what's it going to take to get things wrapped up? Is it going to be a long fall?
Once things get going, it goes pretty quick because we wound up running over 100 acres of beans yesterday, and we didn't start till 3 o'clock. So it goes real quick once you get started. Just have to get everything lined up where it all clicks together.
But you're not telling people you didn't stop till 4:30 either when the combine broke.
No, that ain't one of my proud nights working that late, but it got awful lot done last night, though.
Got to ask you a question about watershed. Doing any cover crops, or have you had to change any of your farming practices because of today's water quality issues?
Yeah, a little bit. We do some cover crop. We don't do all cover crop, but we put the weed out so that there's a little bit of a cover crop, and then we put cover crop on some of the other acreage, and some of the corn stalks we'll leave that lay as much as possible.
I need to ask you a little bit about, you do have a buddy in the business and a partner in the business. Tell us a little bit about how all that works.
It's my son-in-law. My brother died, and then my daughter got married, and son-in-law was into farming a little bit and didn't have the avenue to get into it, so he kind of stepped in with me, and we're making it work. And I wouldn't be doing it yet today anymore if it wasn't for him there to keep things going, because there's a lot of work to be done there, and he's pretty good at it.
I know his first name's Randy, but what's his last name?
Randy Hovest. He's from Gilboa area. Real good guy.
Real good guy and a real good set of partners here working things out in Putnam County. Our week 2 winner of Feeding Farmers in the Field, doing a lot of diversity here in Putnam County. I've been visiting with Tim Recker.